my name is ADC Art Attack. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing and demonstrating how to draw Sasuke Uchiha in the most practical way possible. This is not going to be a drawing full of technical lines and telling you, well, it is going to have loads of lines actually, but there's not going to be any measurements, there's not going to be things that are accurately done. This is going to be a free way of drawing and a way of having fun with it and a way of learning in the most practical sense. Now, yeah, I'm going to draw this extremely free, so there may be some mistakes and there may be some issues that people have with it, but I will fix those all when I come to the inking stage at the end. So for now, let's be free and let's have some fun with this. So I'm going to break this down, everything that I do as best I can, and I am doing this live. Hi guys. So I'm going to be, showing you the quickest way that I can do this, because I got to fit this into like a 10-15 minute video. So let's do this, guys. So first things first, I do a little oval shape, and then I like to just start to map off sort of where the center points are, where are the center lines, where are the center this and that. So I figure out what's the center points of what area. I don't. Oh yeah. Never mind. Ignore what I'm about to say. So yeah, a center point. Maybe let's just say that's our center point, just around here. Okay, so I've got a line over here. I'm trying to keep this as very thin as I can, so I hope you can still see it. It's quite thin because when I start adding details, I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm talking a lot. I need to start getting on with this. Okay, so I'm going to start by doing what I always do with my drawings, is I start figuring out where the edges are and where things are. Okay, so now I know that this is going to be our nose line, so I know my nose is going to fall on here, and so is the ear. So I'm going to have the ear just sort of falling over here. Now I like to keep every line sort of rough because I don't need the accuracy just yet. The accuracy can be saved when I'm inking. I really don't need to be completely accurate when I do any of this. So there's an ear around here. I know that the nose is sort of going to fall over here, but let me just start by cutting off a little bit of the, let's say, the face, the hair, the whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to start by doing a little bit of the side face in a very, very stiff way. And you'll see what I mean as I start doing this. So I'm going to start just sort of doing these points very stiffly with no real curve to them. Just to sort of give me a good idea on where things need to be. I know that this point over here is sort of my center area. So I know that my chin is going to fall down here somewhere. So I can just, my neck, sorry. So I can just sort of map off this area over here and just come over here. Now my ear is probably a little bit too large. Who knows? We'll find out when we get to it. Let's figure out these areas, okay? So we've got a bit of a facial structure coming along, and as you can see, we just start to do these rough guides. We know that this is going to be our nose line around here, so the nose might fall a little bit lower, but I like to point it out as my sort of center point of my nose whenever I say nose line. So my nose, give or take a couple little area points, whatever, will fall around here. So all I'm going to do is just sort of map off where I believe the nose to be. I think the nose will fall around there somewhere, and I believe that there will be a bit of a groove of a nose there. Okay, so again, don't worry too much about that being crazy accurate. Let's do the eyebrows, because they're going to be over here, so we're going to have that line there, and then the other one's going to go off in this direction, so I won't do that just yet because it's a bit off. Our center point just over here. I need this center point too, where the nose is, because that's going to give me my hairline. And I'll just sort of bring that around and start to go up a little bit with this one. So I'm going to go just past my center point over here and just sort of go up like that. So I'm starting to get a bit of a face now. I do feel that the lower chin is a bit low, so I might need to bring that up a little bit, but we'll get to that shortly. The mouth is going to fall not too low actually. It's not too much of a low height. So I'm just going to start sort of pretending that I know where the mouth is. So it's sort of, there is going to be the mouth area. Okay, now let me figure out the size of the chin that I need. So I can start doing that by using the shadows. So I'm going to start saying that there's going to be a shadow just around here. And there's also going to be one that comes down and just goes underneath the lip along here. And once I get there, I just come down a little bit, give me my chin space. So as you can see, I'm way off with my chin. I need to bring that right up. So I'm going to bring that up now. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to mark off where I believe it to be. So the chin should be around here, which means I'm just going to flow upwards and just give myself a little bit of a stronger line now, so I know that this is my correct line. So this is where the chin's actually going to be, just over here. Okay, now I did that just by using the shadows. The shadows gave me the key and they showed me where it's gonna be. They showed me where the yeah, where everything measures and stuff. So I can just sort of mark off this shadowy area. That shadowy area gets itself a free drink at the bar because it helped me out. So well done, shadowy area. Okay, so that's just falling in there. The chin comes down here, and then we can ignore that space just there. So moving on to the eyes. Now let's figure out a good position for the eye. So the good position for it is just going to be slightly above this point, and when I follow the nose straight up here, I should get where the eye will fall. So the eye should be around there somewhere. Okay, now we'll dip back in there. So the eye is definitely going to be in this area over here, and it's a bit of a sharp angle. So let's figure out where's the other eye going to be. So we're just going to follow that line, both of these lines actually, straight up. Once we get up here to about our center point, just inside of our center point, we can start to level off the eye and just say the eye goes off in that direction. And the same over here, this eye, we'll level it off and we'll say it goes in this direction over here. I won't worry too much about really marking off the size of the eye or the scale of the eye or where the eye should actually be. We'll come to that shortly. So now I want to start putting in some details. Okay, so I'm going to start quickly by adding in this hair strand, because I believe that this hair strand that falls across the face is really going to help me in figuring out accurate details and where things precisely fall. And the same with this one over here. I think this one's going to give me a good position on where everything should be. Okay, there will be another hair strand that comes off and goes over in this direction, and so on and so forth. But now that we've got these bases, I'm going to start to really clean it up now and make it look more like Sasuke Uchiha. So we've got our good face, so let's start doing that. So we want to come outside, just sort of where the nose is, to about here. Now with this point here, we just want to start bringing in a little bit of the lip. Now our mouth is just going to fall just outside of the nostril just here. Once we get to this point, we can start to bring it just across. We don't need to go silly with it, just off of our center point. So around here looks good, so somewhere there. Okay, so obviously as you can see, our mouth is a lot smaller than the one I had originally. There will be a bit of a line down here, but we're not going to draw that one in. And let's do the nose. So we've got one little point just in, and this part of the nose comes out. And once it goes up, we bring it inwards and start to curve it around the eye. Bring it in, and that will go around towards the eyelid. So we can start figuring out where the eyelid goes, just in where the nose is, right there. Now the nose will go past the eyelid. You can make a small indentation, just sort of signifying that and saying that's where that is. But we're okay for now with that. So let's do the eyeball, with the eye itself, actually, the outer sides of the eye, the eyelids, the eyelashes, etc., etc. So we'll just bring those around there, and we'll just give it a little bit of a point over here. It's quite sharp, and we'll just go up there. Now the eyelids, obviously, the eyelashes are quite thick, so we don't have these thin lines going around, so make sure you get those quite thick. And I'm just going to bring it around here and go upwards into the nose area. Okay, so there's one of our eyes. Now he does look a bit chubby here, so what I'll do is I will cut off that side of the face, and I will show you exactly how I'll do that in a moment. But for now, let's mark off the eyeball so we know where our shadowy areas are and so forth. Okay, so we got that. Now let's start bringing this in. So what we want to do is we want to bring it in on the eyeball, and then we go around where the eyebrow is, around the eyebrow, and then go up a little bit and add these very subtle, very slight sort of curves to the facial structure. You just want to add them. They're very, very slight, but you can see it goes in, then it goes out a little bit. They're very, very slight, but make sure you do those. Okay, now when we come here, we can start to bring this one a bit straighter downwards, and once we get past that nose, we start to bring it in, and we come around the face area. Now as you can see, we're starting to slim it up a little bit. So once we get all the way down here, remember all of these little motions, these little curves and stuff. We got these little curve in here, and once we get down here, we start to curve it outwards towards the chin. Once we get onto the chin, we curve and we go straight across. And there you go, we've got the outside of our face. Okay, so this might look a bit silly on the face here, so I'll just erase that so you can see the mouth area. It was a bit wide looking there. Okay, so now we got that. We can also start marking off a few areas of the rest of the hair as well, because they're actually going to help in the long run too. So we can say that that hair strand will come right across here and go right up, sort of in line with the ear, somewhere around here, in line with the ear, around with the curve that comes along there and goes around the outside of the eye. So once we get there, comes in here, and then again the subtle curves that we get with this really nice flowing hair that curves around like that. Okay, let's go on to these eyes up here. Sorry. So we're going to bring this one a little bit inwards and start to curve around just above our mouth. So we're going not all the way, we'll go right on the inside, just up here, and we're just going to curve around, go right up over to this point. Once we get here, we can bring that little bit of the eyelash inwards, the outside of the eye, and figure out where we want the rest of this eyeball to be. So straight line across here. It's got quite a wide eye, Sasuke, so we can do the eyeball just in here, and it comes and just leaves a little bit of space on the side. Be aware of the minor things, the minor spaces that we leave open. Okay, we'll start with the eyelid. Just add those little bits of lines in there, and again we'll come over with the eyebrow, and that will go again. Sasuke's expression is always this sort of look of disappointment. It's a weird sort of blank expression he gives quite a lot in the series. Yeah, because he's so cool. But yeah, so we're sort of getting Sasuke Uchiha in here. So this is a very long video. Wow, gosh. But you know what? I want you guys to see how I draw and how we do things, and I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can for the sake of this video. I don't want it to be a crazy long one, so I will start hurrying it up now with the hair. So once I start, I'm just going to start speeding myself up now because I don't want to be doing this all day long. Okay, so please excuse the messiness that you're about to see. But we just start filling out now the areas that we know are going to be where. And remember, you can change these when you come to inking, so keep that in mind as you're doing this. Be as messy as you like, because the inking phase is where we refine everything and start to change and fix the mistakes that we make as we draw as we go along. So don't worry too much about being a bit sloppy, because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. We're just going to be all sorts of sloppy, messy, and just throw things down on the paper and get them out. Okay, so we'll just mark off some shadowed areas down here. Again, we don't know really too much where we're going to put this just yet, so we'll sort of figure it out by using the rest of the area. So we'll use the neck area, and we'll figure out where his clothing will go over here. It might go off in that direction. We'll figure that out as we go. That bit down there, again, figure out just down here somewhere, and we'll start adding in some of the bone structure of the neck. And I hope you guys can see it. No, you can't. We'll just move up a little bit. So the bone structure of the neck, we'll just start adding in along here. We'll have the nice natural line that follows up to the neck, to the top of the bottom of the ear, and that will go along there. Okay. Now with the ear, let's just get a bit messy with these lines. Sort of mark off where we need to go. Hair strand 1. We got to remember that the neck is going to come down here, and once it gets to about this point, it starts to curve inwards. Okay, so we will start drawing like crazy madmen here. But yeah, guys, so it's just a matter of just being free now. Once we get those little details in and the way we draw, you know, the way I always say when I draw, it's no one's perfect first time, and you shouldn't strive to be perfect first time. When you're doing your drawing, as you saw at the beginning there, I made all sorts of mistakes. Had I did it with guides, as you've seen in previous videos, I can make the most perfect drawing, and I can make a character look like the character should instantly, first time, every single time. Where's the fun in that? You're measuring. If you're measuring a character and you're doing these things, you're not really drawing, are you? You're just sort of using a really base guide, and you're just following. I don't know, it's almost cheating. It's almost tracing, really, if you think about it, if you're doing these guides. And as I say with mine, you know, when I do those guides, I can make a character look exactly like a character should, but this is a more artistic way of drawing. This is a more drawing style of drawing. This is how people draw. And you want to learn how to draw, don't you? You don't want to learn how to trace. You don't want to learn how to do a grid every single time you pick up a pencil, and how to measure a point, and how to do this. You want to sort of have fun and figure it out. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to bring with this video, and I hope that it sort of reaches you guys and you stay to the end, and yeah, just the idea of this drawing has sort of got through to people, because I know people are going to hate this, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for it by being sloppy, and this wasn't a tutorial, you were just drawing. Well, yeah, I was just drawing, that was the point. It was supposed to be just a drawing video in a tutorial type manner. So I hope it helps you guys out. Those who are interested in these types of videos and want to learn how to draw, stick around and enjoy the next few videos that I'll upload, or the next whenever I upload one of these styles of drawing. But I will go back to my usual standard setting of drawing, breaking down, because I know it does benefit some people as well. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to let the video play out in a time skip manner, just so you guys can see me finish it up. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Please leave a like, please subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below any future ideas for videos, because that's how I've been doing these videos. I've been taking your ideas and I've been jotting them down and doing them. So just let me know what you want to see next and I'll get to it. Okay guys, take it easy, see you later, goodbye.